What's up, everybody? Justin here to do my Ring of Honor Final Battle 2017 pay-per-view. Is in the books, and I'm here to do my review for it. I ordered it on pay-per-view because I support Ring of Honor. And if you don't watch Ring of Honor, at least watch their TV show every week. If you don't get their TV in your state, I mean, where I live in Milwaukee, Wisconsin, Ring of Honor comes on 4 times. 4 times. I mean, the repeats. They come on Saturday afternoon, then they come on 3 more times on the weekend. So, if you don't get Ring of Honor, you can go to wrestling sites, go to YouTube or go to wrestling sites and probably find Ring of Honor's TV to watch it. So all the talent on Final Battle from New Japan, from AAA, from CMLL, from Ring of Honor, all the talent on the show worked their ass off. Busted their ass, put on great matches. Up first, to kick it off, we had Matt Taven of the Kingdom. Glad he's back from his ACL injury. I think he's returned a couple months ago, but glad to see him back on pay-per-view. He's pretty damn good. So Matt Taven taking on Will Ospreay. Very high-flying. I mean, a lot of flips, a lot of dives, a lot of high spots. It was very action-packed. Really action-packed. First match of Final Battle 2017. The action was so fast. You had a lot of near falls. Just really quick action. Both guys very good in the prime of their careers. At one point, I wrote down a couple things that happened in the match. You had, just flips over the top rope right before the match even started by Will Ospreay. Then Taven hit a flip over the top. And then at one point, Taven drop kicked or super kicked Will Ospreay on the ring apron. He fell backwards, looked like a nasty bump he took on the ring apron. Then after that, so Will Ospreay, the guy's taking some sick bumps, especially on the ring apron. Looks like he almost landed on the back of his neck. Anyways, then at one point, Will Ospreay went up to the top and did a shooting star press off the top to the floor, taking out the rest of the Kingdom. That was damn impressive. And then, anyways, Matt Taven wins. I didn't predict he would, but I'll tell you my final predictions at the end of this review, what my record was. So Matt Taven with like a reverse DDT wins it. 1, 2, 3, Matt Taven wins. Not that long of a match, but it was damn action-packed and pretty damn exciting. And the crowd was really into it. Crowd in New York City, Hammerstein Ballroom, you were great. Very good crowd tonight at Final Battle. And it was sold out. In Ring of Honor, they were saying on commentary it was their fastest sellout ever for a Final Battle. So again, Matt Taven wins the opening match. Up next we had The Addiction in tag team action. The Addiction, Christopher Daniels, Frankie Kazarian take on War Machine. This was a fun match. The crowd was kind of dead. Not that into it. War Machine, in the beginning, there were a lot of, during the match, there were John Cena sucks chants. I don't know what's up with Hammerstein Ballroom, but they still must be mad that Cena main evented One Night Stand 2006. They must still be mad at Cena for that. So they're chanting John Cena sucks. Anyways, the War Machine wins when they hit a finisher off the top. I believe it's called Fallout. What's the guy's name? Raymond Roll was holding their opponent's on his shoulder. The other guy, what's his damn name? I can't remember his name. Hansen went off the top, hit a leg drop off his shoulders. That was pretty awesome. 1, 2, 3, War Machine wins. Up next we had Jay Lethal take on the villain, Marty Scurll. This was great, great, great match. Very good match. I really enjoyed it. During it, I wrote down a lot of notes because there were a lot of crazy spots and awesome spots that happened. At one point, Jay Lethal, Marty Scurll is on the apron with Jay Lethal. Jay Lethal hit a lethal injection off the ring apron to the floor. Of course, they had mats down because just about every wrestling company now has mats. So lethal injection off the ring apron to the villain. I gotta check something. Just hold on. Just had to check if my DVD was recording a 30 for 30 I wanted to see. Anyways, back to my Ring of Honor Final Battle 2017 review. Lethal injection off the ring apron to the villain. Then, in the ring, Jay Lethal tried to hit a lethal injection, but it was countered. And Marty Scurll locked in a submission on Jay Lethal is like an Oscar lock. And then Marty Scurll, the villain, knocked the ref down. The ref takes a bump. He's out. So then Marty Scurll gets up, or the ref gets back up and turns around. Marty Scurll brings a chair in the ring. Before the ref turned around, he had a chair. And he throws the chair at Jay Lethal, and the villain lays down on his back, doing the old Eddie Guerrero trick. That was awesome. That got a pop. But before the ref turned around, Jay Lethal's holding the chair. He puts it over his head and lays down also. So they're both laid out. The ref turns around, doesn't know what to do there because they're both laid out. That was awesome. The crowd loved it and popped. So after that, that was a great spot. Then the fans started chanting Eddie, Eddie for Eddie Guerrero because he made that famous. When he would throw chairs at his opponents and he'd lay down and the ref would disqualify his opponents. That was classic Eddie Guerrero. And damn, I miss Eddie Guerrero. I wish that guy was still alive. He could definitely help the wrestling business by training younger wrestlers at the Performance Center, or he could even still be wrestling part-time, or Eddie would have probably been a good booker also. So after that, you had Jay Lethal. First, Marty, the villain, Marty goes under the ring, takes on a white umbrella, throws it over the top rope. Jay Lethal catches it, and then the ref turns around, sees the umbrella, takes it from Jay Lethal. So the ref has his back turned, and Marty Scurll gets in the ring, takes out another black umbrella from under the ring, gets in the ring, hits Jay Lethal with it when the ref isn't looking. So he hits Jay Lethal with the black umbrella. Ref did not see it. And then he picks up Jay Lethal. It's a vicious, nasty, stiff-looking power driver on Jay Lethal. But Jay Lethal kicks out. That was impressive. I didn't expect him to kick out. Crowd loved this match. They were really into it. And then after Jay Lethal kicked out, he hits a lethal injection. 1, 2, 3. First, Jay Lethal kicked him in the nuts. Jay Lethal hits a low blow on the villain. And then he hits lethal injection. 1, 2, 3. Jay Lethal wins. And after it, when the ref was raising Lethal's hand, he looked kind of disappointed that he used the low blow on the villain. But Jay Lethal wins. Up next, we had the tag team titles, Ring of Honor Tag Team Championships, the Motor City Machine Guns defending against Best Friends, Chucky T and Trent Beretta. This was a fun match. The crowd was pretty into it. I didn't write down any notes. It was a good tag match. I predicted Motor City Machine Gun Motor City Machine Guns would win, and they did win and retain. I also predicted Jay Lethal would win, and he won. So Motor City Machine Guns win and are still the tag team champs. Up next, we had the fifth match of the night was a four-way elimination for the Ring of Honor TV title. Kenny King defending against Punishment Martinez, Sean Taylor, and Silas Young. And Silas Young got a lot of help at the end from the Beer City Bruiser. Beer City Bruiser and Silas Young actually are from my hometown. So that's pretty cool. Hometown guys on a worldwide pay-per-view. So first, Shane Taylor was eliminated first. Then Kenny King the champion, was eliminated second. So it's down to Silas Young, Punishment Martinez. One of them would become the new TV champ. My notes are, Beer City Bruiser interfered a lot, pulled out Silas Young during a pinfall. He pulled out Silas Young to save him. And then, when the ref's back was turned because Beer City Bruiser was distracting the ref, Silas Young got a beer bottle, cracked it over Punishment Martinez's head, cracks the beer, Silas Young, I believe, cracked the beer bottle over Kenny King's head. Anyway, Silas Young, he did break the beer bottle over Kenny King's head. That's how Kenny King was eliminated, because then he was pinned after that. So it's down to Silas Young, Punishment Martinez. Punishment Martinez did a dive over the top on the Beer City Bruiser. And they were saying, and the announcers were saying, Punishment Martinez injured his ribs. So he's really selling his ribs by holding them. Silas Young wins and is the new Ring of Honor TV champion. I like that because he's from my hometown. And Silas Young is a pretty damn good worker and wrestler, I think. He doesn't have that much personality or charisma, but the guy's a good worker. And Silas Young is put in his time. He's been in Ring of Honor like at least 3 or 4 years. So the guy at least deserves to be a TV champion, because he's worked really hard. And Silas Young has had great matches in the past with Jay Lethal and Tommaso Ciampa and others. So Silas Young, your new TV champion in the first title change of Final Battle. So up next we had, this was a war. This was a hardcore war. It was a New York City street fight. Bully Ray coming back. Might be his final match. I don't know. But coming back for one more match. Bully Ray, Tommy Dreamer, the innovator of violence. And Bully Ray, they went to war many times in ECW. Many times. When it was the Dudleys against the Sandman and Tommy, they've been to war many times. But they're teaming up tonight. It was good to see Tommy Dreamer at Final Battle. He runs his own company, House of Hardcore. Support them. Watch them. They're for free to watch on Twitch TV, www.twitch.tv. Watch House of Hardcore. And they're on every week, by the way. They run episodes every Wednesday after NXT. So, Bully Ray, Tommy Dreamer teaming up, maybe on pay-per-view for the first time ever, against the Briscoes. They had a great video package, a great build-up. It was fantastic, great build-up for this match. Tommy Dreamer, Bully Ray come out of the crowd in the Hammerstein Ballroom. I believe they're drinking sodas. It looked like Coca-Cola to me, but then they spit it out like the Sandman, like a tribute to him. Then they come down to the ring, a lot of ECW chants. Tommy Dreamer, they get over the barricade, over the guardrail, and Tommy Dreamer immediately throws a trash can at one of the Briscoes, and Bully goes to war, brawling with the other one, a lot of outside brawling. And I wrote down a lot of notes about this match. At one point, you had the Briscoes go outside the ring, bring in Singapore canes. First, they had chairs. First, they had a chairs war where they were hitting the chairs against each other. Then the Briscoes brought in the Singapore canes. Bully, Tommy Dreamer didn't have any. So they went outside the other side of the ring. They went from under the ring. And what do you know? Because Star Wars, I think it's called The Last Jedi. I don't know, because I don't really care about the movie. And I doubt I'll see it. I'm not a fan of Star Wars or Star Trek. I'm just not. Anyways, I'm a fan of sports and pro wrestling and Howard Stern. And video games. That's what I'm into. Not Star Wars or Star Trek. I'm not a Trekkie, and I'm not a Star Wars fan either. So, Bully and Tommy pull out from under the ring. What do you know? They pull out lightsabers from, of course, because the Star Wars movie was just released, the new one. I know that because they promote it like crazy on a lot of shows I watch. Jimmy Kimmel, the news, stuff like that. So they pull out lightsabers. That was pretty damn funny. And Tommy Dreamer, Bully Ray have lightsabers against Singapore canes. And then the fans are chanting, use the force, use the force. That was pretty funny. So after that, you had the Tommy Dreamer go outside the ring, take out from under the ring the kitchen sink. So everything was used, including the kitchen sink. Then Bully Ray was busted open. He bled a lot. He was busted open pretty badly. So then, outside the ring, Tommy Dreamer's laid out. And one of the Briscoes puts a very tall ladder on top of Tommy Dreamer, does a flip on top of the ladder, on top of Dreamer. Then we had chairs. Chairs were used. Chairs were involved. Bully Ray was holding a chair. He put it up to his face. And one of the Briscoes had another chair. Just bashed. Just absolutely swung for the fences and bashed. The other chair right in the Bully's face, and the chair went flying. That was pretty scary. I didn't really think Bully was that injured. I didn't really think he had a concussion, but maybe he did get a concussion. I don't know. But when I saw that, Bully put the chair up, got it smashed into his face, in his head. I did cringe. I went like this. Like, oh man, that was pretty sick to watch. That was a sick looking chair shot. I believe it was Jay Lethal. I mean, Jay Briscoe, not Jay Lethal. It was Jay Briscoe. Bashing that chair in the Bully's face. So Bully is bleeding even more. And then after that vicious, just sick looking chair shot, the fans just start chanting at Jay Briscoe, you sick fuck. You sick fuck. So then after that, we had Tommy Dreamer get a chair put over his neck and head, and one of the Briscoes hit him with a chair neck breaker. That was pretty scary. On Tommy Dreamer. Then after that, I mean, Bully, that chair shot Bully took was sick looking. So then after that, Tommy Dreamer's back up. He hit a Spicoli driver off the ring apron. Dreamer driver, Death Valley driver, whatever you want to call it. He's on the ring apron. Picked up one of the Briscoes. Put a Spicoli driver to him through the table to the floor. That was awesome. So then, even more notes I have about this match. New York City street fight. Bully Ray puts one of the Briscoes on a table. Goes up to the top rope. Bully Ray hits a big splash. Through the Briscoes, the table breaks. But the Briscoe, he kicked out. One of the Briscoes. I don't know which one because they look like twins. I think that they are twins anyways. So Bully take him out with the big splash off the top through the table. But that didn't put the Briscoes away. Then Bully gets out another table. Puts in the middle of the ring. and starts pouring, I guess his gasoline, is a bottle. He starts pouring it all over the table. He's about to light a table on fire. We were about to get flaming effing tables again in the Hammerstein Ballroom. I'll never forget One Night Stand 2005 when that table went up in flames, and those were big ass flames. And Tommy Dreamer's power bomb through that flaming table. So Bully tried to light the table on fire, but he was stopped. So no flaming tables in this match, but I didn't need to see flaming tables. I saw enough hardcore good action. This match did not, this New York City street fight, in my opinion, did not need flaming tables. Did not need flaming tables. It was good enough without them. So no flaming tables, and then they try to put Bully on top of a table, tried to hit him with 3D. Through the table, it did not break. The table did not break. Only part of it broke. So part of the table just breaks halfway. And Bully's laying on part of it because the table botched. It's not the wrestler's fault. The table decided not to break. Or they didn't hit the spot where it was supposed to break. Anyways, Bully's laid out on part of the table. One of the Briscoes go up to the top, and they hit their froggy, what's it called? Froggy elbow drop. 1, 2, 3, through the table, through Bully Ray. 1, 2, 3, the Briscoes win. So I said the table collapsed, but Bully still was hit with an elbow drop through part of the table. Briscoes win. Up next, we had the 6-man tag team titles. Not fuck the Revival. Fuck the Young Bucks. I don't like them. Not a fan of them. Never will be. I don't get their appeal. They're just spot monkeys. I don't got anything against the Bullet Club and the other members. The Villain, he's great. Adam Page, he's great. Cody is great. Young Bucks are not great. They're just spot monkeys. They're idiots. And I'm not a 12-year-old girl. So why would I be a fan of them? I'm not a fan of them. If you're a guy over 16, over 15, and you're a fan of theirs, that's on you. You can be a fan of theirs, but I would not be. And I am over 15, by the way. Way over 15. I'm a fan of the Revival in teams like that. I'm a fan of Cesaro and Sheamus. I'm a fan of the Hardys. I'm not a fan of the young hacks, because that's what they are, hacks. Super Kick Party, that's all they know how to do. That's all they know how to do. Super Kicks and 450s, that's all they do. They're spot monkeys. So, 6-man tag titles on the line. The Young Bucks and Adam Page defending against Dragon Lee, Flip Gordon, and their partner was Tyrus or Titan, somebody like that. I forget the guy's name. Dragon Lee, I've seen him before. The guy's great. The guy is damn good. Anyways, I wrote some notes down, I believe. So, anyways, no, I didn't. I don't think I did. The Young Bucks win. Adam Page wins. Adam Page is damn good. The guy hit a moonsault, took everybody out on the floor. That was awesome. Again, I'm not a fan of the Young Bucks, but the finish was they hit a double Indie Taker. Young Bucks retain and Adam Page retains. Still, 6-man tag team champions. So now, we had the announcement, before the main event, the announcement of the Women of Honor. They brought out a lot of women. On the stage, Mandy Leon. Love her. Thank you for following me, Mandy Leon. I'm a fan of yours. Been a fan of yours a very long time. So Mandy Leon brought out on the stage someone from Stardom. I've seen her before. She's very good. I just can't pronounce her name. but she is from Stardom, Japanese wrestler. Her name might be Itami or something like that. So it's Mandy Leon, Stardom wrestler. If you don't know what Stardom is, they're a women's company in Japan, and they're very good. Very good wrestling. Very fun to watch is Stardom. Who else is out there? From NXT, Deanna Purrazzo. I can't pronounce her last name really. Deanna Palazzo. She was out there. I believe Jenna Rose. She was also out there. What's that other woman's name? Kind of big woman. Kind of built like a bodybuilder. I can't remember her name. But she was out there. So they announced Women of Honor. There, I believe, will be a tournament. Women of Honor Women's Championship. The Women of Honor Women's title is coming to Ring of Honor in 2018 in January. On January 20th, I believe they said January 20th, there will be a new Women of Honor Women's Champion crowned. I believe there's going to be a one-night tournament or two-night tournament, and there will be more competitors than were just on the stage. There were like 5 or 6 on the stage. I think Mandy Leon would be a great choice to be the first Women of Honor champion. But I don't know if she'll win. Mandy, if you're watching this, I don't know if you are, but I hope you win the Women of Honor women's title, and I hope you're the first Women of Honor women's champion. So now the main event. Cody Rhodes, because I still call him Rhodes, because that's what I see him as. Because he is a Rhodes. Cody Rhodes defending the Ring of Honor World Championship against Dalton Castle. Pretty good match. Could have been longer. Could have been better. But it was good enough. Cody comes out in a white cape. White hood on. Takes the hood off. Cody has bleached his hair. Cody has bleached his hair blonde and white. Looks like a young American Dream Dusty Rhodes, except Cody's in better shape than his father. Dusty Rhodes' father had more charisma, more tremendous charisma, was a better talker, and probably a better worker than Cody, but Cody's damn good. That's just my opinion. I think Dusty was a better talker and worker than Cody. Because Dusty, in his prime, the guy could work with anybody. He had great matches with Superstar Billy Graham. He had great matches with Harley Race. Had great matches with Ric Flair. A lot of people. Not saying Cody doesn't have great matches. He does. But I just think his father was better. It would be nice if Dustin Rhodes, it'd be nice if he was ever let go by WWE. I'm not saying I want him to lose his job. I hope he's being paid well in WWE, and maybe he'll become an agent or trainer soon. But if he ever got released, I would like to see Dustin against Cody in Ring of Honor. That'd be fun. So, main event, Cody got busted open when he got his face slammed up against the ring post. And then he bladed and he was bleeding a lot. Cody was wearing the crimson mask. Anyways, Dalton Castle hits his finisher. The boys got ejected from ringside. Brandy Rhodes got ejected also because Brandy jumped off the top rope to the floor onto the boys. Brandy Rhodes actually did a high spot and did a dive onto the boys. That was pretty impressive. They all three got ejected. So, as I said, it's down to being one-on-one. Nobody could interfere. I'm surprised the Bullet Club, nobody tried to interfere. The Young Bucks and the Villain didn't bother to come down to ringside and try to interfere. Anyways, Don Castle hits his finisher, spins him around, hits Cody in like a face buster. I forget what the move's called, but Don Castle hits his finisher. 1, 2, 3. The crowd, I think, was kind of shocked because they didn't pop. They did not pop and react right away until they realized, like, after the 3 count, like 10 seconds later, they realized Don Castle is the new world champion. Then they started standing and cheering and clapping. Pretty shocking. Don Castle wins. I didn't see this happening. I predicted Cody would win. I thought Cody would retain and win, but I was dead wrong. I have nothing against it. I have no problem with it. Don Castle, great worker, great wrestler. The guy throws a ton of awesome suplexes. The guy's a wrestling machine. Don Castle is a great amateur wrestler, and the guy's a great professional wrestler. Don Castle celebrates. The boys come out. He's the new Ring of Honor World Champion. He celebrates. Confetti starts falling. That was pretty cool. Great way to end Final Battle. Don Castle, the new Ring of Honor World Champion. Good for him. Congratulations to him. And by the way, I want to talk about, in the beginning of the show, there was a noticeably difference. That the Ring of Honor had new lights around the ring, like a LED board around the ring. I mean above the ring. Looked like they had better lighting and a LED board above the ring. And the stage looked bigger. And they had a little ramp with stairs. The ramp looked kind of long. But anyways, it looked like they had new lighting and better production. So it looked very good. The new production, the new lighting, the new LED board, it looked awesome. It made Ring of Honor look like a major league promotion because it wasn't so dark outside the ring. It was better lighting. So obviously I think they spent a lot more money to make better lighting for Final Battle, their biggest pay-per-view of the year. Final grade, I would give Final Battle 2017. My final grade would be, I really enjoyed Bully and Tommy against the Briscoes. That was probably my favorite match of the show. Also, Jay Lethal, the villain, was very good. That was one of my favorite matches. Matt Taven, Will Ospreay. That was a great match. I enjoyed. So, Final Battle gets a B+. B+ from me. Hopefully you watched it. Support Ring of Honor in 2018. Try to watch them more. If you don't, watch them more. Because all the talent, they bust their ass and they deserve the wrestling fans' support. And Ring of Honor, in my opinion, is the number 2 company. Impact, I'm sorry, you are not. Some could argue New Japan is, but no. New Japan is not. They don't draw as much money in the United States as Ring of Honor does. Because Ring of Honor does a lot more shows and a lot more house shows. So New Japan would probably be number 3 in the world. And I don't know. Maybe something New Japan is number 2. No, I don't. I think Ring of Honor is number 2 in the United States. Maybe not the world, but the United States. Ring of Honor is number 2. So, my final predictions before I go were 5 and 3. I predicted 5 matches right. And the losses, I have 3. I went 5 for 3. 3 losses, 3 wrong predictions, and 5 right predictions. Final Battle 2017 gets a B+. I really enjoyed it. Hope you enjoyed this review. Follow me on Twitter. Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Bye for now, everybody.